After years as a cruise director, I know exactly which ports I'd never let my own parents step off at. Today, I'm naming all 7. Every one of these dangerous cruise ports carries documented risks that hit older travelers hardest. Not because seniors are careless, but because they're targeted. Scammers, taxi drivers, aggressive vendors know exactly who to pick. And sometimes the real danger isn't even crime. It's a medical emergency with no real help anywhere near. For every port, I'll give you a fix. The story behind port number 1 will shock you. And stay to the end, because after the warnings, I'll give you 3 ports I'd send any senior to without hesitation. Port number 7, Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Most people picture Santo Domingo's cobblestone streets and colonial architecture. What the brochure skips is the US Embassy advisory issued in June 2026, warning Americans about motorcycle-based street crime. Riders approaching at speed, snatching phones, bags, and jewelry right off your body before you can react. The National Police reported a heavy concentration of armed robberies throughout 2026, and cruisers describe seeing armed guards posted at intersections for a full mile from the terminal. Think about what that means for a senior. You're slower. You're carrying a phone. You may have a medical ID or a hearing device, things that signal age and vulnerability to someone watching from a distance. In March, a 70-year-old woman who had been cruising for 20 years stepped 4 minutes past the port gate to check her phone for directions. A motorbike clipped past and her phone was gone. She wasn't hurt, but she spent the rest of the day shaken, and her medication schedule tracked on that phone was disrupted for the remainder of the cruise. Local emergency facilities may not handle serious health events to the standard you expect back home. A cardiac event or bad fall a mile from the ship compounds fast in that environment. The fix: treat this as a ship day. If you genuinely want to see the colonial zone, book only through the cruise line. The ship's protection is not optional here. If a motorbike can take everything in 4 seconds, imagine what the next 6 ports can do. Hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've been to Santo Domingo. It gets worse from here. Port number 6, ROATAN, Honduras. Honduras carries a US State Department Level 3 Reconsider Travel Advisory. Armed robbery, homicide, and gang activity. ROATAN is safer than the mainland, and inside the secured port compounds, the risk is manageable. One step outside that gate alone, and the picture changes. Unlicensed taxi drivers position themselves right outside, targeting seniors specifically, quoting fares in vague terms, mixing currencies, charging per person when you heard a flat rate. You agree to $20, you arrive, and suddenly it's $40 American each. You're miles from the ship with no other transport and you pay it. ROATAN is also hilly. A fall away from the port means limited local emergency care. Cocks and holes should never be explored after dark, and areas just outside the terminal have seen rising incidents of harassment targeting cruise passengers. The fix: book through the cruise line. If you use an independent taxi, agree on the exact price in US dollars, per person, total, before the door closes. And what's coming next looks like paradise, but it has a trap most seniors never see coming. Port number 5, Grand Cayman. Crystal water, Stingray City, 7 Mile Beach. No cruise pier. Every ship anchors offshore, and you board a small tender boat to reach land, adding 30 to 90 minutes of waiting before you ever step ashore. One cruiser documented 90 minutes just to board during peak periods. Grand Cayman's port calls are already short, often wrapping by 3 in the afternoon. For a senior with knee pain, a bad hip, or a balance issue, standing in a swaying tender line for an hour is a genuine physical ordeal. For anyone using a mobility scooter or power wheelchair, it's worse. Tenders typically won't take motorized equipment, and manual wheelchair boarding depends entirely on sea conditions that day. A retired schoolteacher had dreamed of Stingray City for 3 years. She uses a rollator walker. She reached the tender boarding point and was told conditions didn't allow walker-assisted boarding that morning. She watched the tender leave without her. Alone on the ship, no refund, no alternative offered. The fix: verify tender policy before booking this itinerary. Look for ships with a lowered boarding platform. If mobility is any concern, plan Grand Cayman as a ship day. Port number 4, Belize City, Belize. Belize City carries a Level 3 Reconsider Travel Advisory, high crime including armed robbery and gang violence. And nearly 1 million cruise visitors walk through each year assuming the cruise line's presence means it's safe. Belize is also a tender port. Ships anchor miles offshore because the water is too shallow to dock, the ride-in can be choppy, and the whole process eats into an already short day. One veteran cruiser called it his least favorite tender port in the Caribbean. And the environment at the other end explains why. 2 threats land at once here. Physical exertion on a choppy tender crossing, then immediate vigilance required the moment you leave the gated tourism village. The village itself is managed and fine. One step beyond it without a guide, and you're in a genuinely risky urban environment. For a senior, that combination, rough tender, then constant awareness ashore, is draining before the excursion even begins. The fix: never explore Belize City independently. Book a cruise line excursion, straight to the reef or Mayan ruins. If the tender looks brutal on arrival, take a ship day. Have you ever felt unsafe at a cruise port? Drop your experience in the comments below. Your story could help a fellow senior cruise smarter and safer. Port number 3, Costa Maya, Mexico. Inside the port compound, Costa Maya is calm. Step outside it, and you're on one of the most remote stretches of Mexico's Yucatan coast. And that remoteness is the problem most seniors never consider until something goes wrong. The nearest hospital with real emergency capacity is not close. Medical coverage and police presence are significantly thinner here than at neighboring Mexican ports. For a senior who takes a bad fall, has a cardiac event, or has a medication reaction away from the ship, that distance becomes the emergency itself. There is no quick help coming. Your ship's medical center is the best option you have, and it's back at the dock. Outside the gate, taxi drivers position themselves right at the exit, quoting tourists 3 times the real rate. The fare to Mahahual town runs 250 to 300 pesos. Drivers outside quote 700 to 800. You don't know that, you pay it. And once you're out there, no posted rates, no tourist office, no authority to flag down if something feels wrong. The fix: stay inside the compound unless you're on a cruise line excursion. If you go to Mahahual, confirm the fare in pesos before you get in and keep the ship's emergency number on you. Port number 2, Jamaica, OCHO, RIOS, and Montego Bay. Jamaica sits at level 3 on the State Department's advisory. The port experience at Ocho Rios and Montego Bay has a specific problem that makes it one of the most stressful stops in the Caribbean for older travelers. And it's not the kind of danger that shows up in a crime report. The vendor and taxi harassment is relentless. Relentless enough that cruise lines have pulled ships from Jamaican ports over it. One traveler described leaving Ocho Rios after barely an hour because she couldn't look at anything without someone physically pulling her away. When her friend said no, the vendor turned and insulted them. Touts specifically target slower moving groups because they read exactly who won't move away fast. For a senior who just wants a quiet port day, this is exhausting before it even begins. Beyond harassment, Jamaica's emergency services are under-resourced across the island. Montego Bay has higher risk zones just outside the tourist perimeter. Kingston should be avoided entirely by cruise passengers. No exceptions. The fix: Falmouth, Jamaica's newer gated port, is consistently calmer. Cruisers describe it as a completely different experience. Stick to a cruise line excursion and use a single firm no thank you with no eye contact. Engaging keeps it going. Next is you've been to this port. You just didn't know what was happening around you. Port number 1, Nassau, Bahamas. Nassau sees up to 6.5 million cruise passengers a year. single days topping 30,000 people. It feels mainstream, familiar, almost domestic. That feeling is exactly what makes it the most dangerous port on this list for seniors. The US, Canadian, and Australian governments all carry active advisories warning that armed robbery, bag snatching, and sexual assault occur in Nassau in both tourist and non-tourist areas, including around cruise terminals in daylight. Pickpockets work the straw market on busy ship days because the crowd makes it easy. The State Department prohibits its own employees from renting jet skis on New Providence Island after documented assault incidents involving unlicensed operators. Harry and Cindy, a retired Florida couple, stepped off their Royal Caribbean ship for a normal port day. A promoter near Bay Street offered a free facial consultation. They sat down, drinks were offered, and by the time they reboarded, they had spent $9,897 on skincare products they never intended to buy. This is a documented pattern. High-pressure tactics, alcohol, and in some cases sedative substances used to push purchases between $5,000 and $30,000. These shops target seniors specifically. The over-the-hill area south of Shirley Street has active gang violence. Never enter it. Any street that feels suddenly quiet and empty of tourists, turn around immediately. The fix: treat Nassau like the major city it is. Bag zipped, crossbody, strap on the traffic side, never accept a free consultation or drink in a shop you didn't choose to enter. 3 safest ports for seniors in 2026. 3 ports I'd send any senior to without hesitation. Check San Juan, Puerto Rico. Ships dock directly in Old San Juan. Flat walk, no tender. US territory means ADA, rules apply, medical care meets American standards, and no passport is required. El Morro Fort is largely wheelchair accessible. English is widely spoken. Disabled US citizens get free national park admission. One of the safest, most accessible ports in the Caribbean. Checkmark Grand Turk, Turks, and Caicos. 7 miles long and genuinely flat. Ships dock directly, no tender. Beach and amenities are steps from the pier. No difficult terrain, no sketchy transit, no pressure to wander far. Seniors with walkers and wheelchairs consistently rate it the easiest, most stress-free port day in the Caribbean. Check Amber Cove, Dominican Republic. Ships dock directly, no tender. Pool, beach, restaurants, and shopping all sit inside a secure 25-acre compound. Complimentary pedicabs run inside for anyone who needs a ride. You never have to leave to have a great day. Consistently named a top senior-friendly stop in the Caribbean. And just like I warned you about these dangerous ports, there are a few banned things on cruise ships that could get you thrown off, and most seniors have no idea. That video is right here. Don't board without watching it first.